This morning, we'll be talking about one of the athletes that booked a ticket for the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games, talking about Elizabeth Anyanacho. She will be joining us from our Abuja studio and, of course, telling us how she was able to make it, because it's been 16 years. That's the last time you had a Nigerian, actually, a Nigerian woman, making it to the Olympics. But Elizabeth is ready. We'll move straight to Abuja now. Good morning, and it's good to have you.
Good morning.
Okay, we also have Chika Chukwumerije right there. Of course, I know he will be there. Good morning, Chika. It's good to have you this morning.
Good morning. Good to see you again.
Absolutely. Now, it's good news. We are celebrating. Tahir is right here with me. We are celebrating, the remarkable feat by Elizabeth. We know how difficult it can be when you have other athletes from other African countries, everyone trying to get that ticket. Of course, she was able to do it. We have about 5 or 6 Nigerians who went for it, but then she excelled. Now, Elizabeth, you can take us through how it was for you to get a ticket to the Olympics.
It's been hard work. We trained for this moment. Like, I've been training since I was 15. So the target has always been to qualify for this tournament. So I've been training throughout this period. I started competing when I was 17. So that was 3 years back. And the target has always been there. So we put so much hard work to this. And I'm so glad finally we arrived at this point. So the first stage of this achievement has been accomplished. So we're going to look forward to the next one.
All right, Elizabeth, congratulations once again on your qualification for the Olympics. Let's go back to, when did you first conceive this idea of actually representing Nigeria at the Olympics in Taekwondo?
Since I started Taekwondo, that's 5 years ago when I started Taekwondo. That's when that's when it was conceived. So it's been 5 years now.
Right, so at that time, did you ever think you were going to make it?
Well, I trust the program I've been into. I trust the foundation, and it has taken me to some other competitions where I won. So I actually had faith in my mentor, who is also my coach. He's a 3-time Olympian, so I trusted the program and I trusted him, and everything went well, and I thank God for that.
So here we are. Let's talk about the actual competition. You were to take on the Gabonese Origins Moega in the semifinals, and she's a lot more experienced than you. She's older than you. She's the more seasoned campaigner, higher rankings and all of that. Did you consider yourself an underdog in that matchup?
Well, being an underdog, I won't really say on that, but I had to really study my opponent. So I had to trust the instructions of my mentor. I had to trust everything he's telling me to do. I had to watch her videos over and over again, analyze, train on it, and I went there to apply it, and it worked as planned. But at least I'm very grateful that I listened, because if I hadn't listened, I don't think I would be in this point right now.
Yeah, fantastic, great one. Indeed, you've got an absolute legend beside you. I'm talking about Chika Chukwumerije. Of course, still remains the only Nigerian to win a medal at the Olympics. Are you already thinking about doing better than him?
Obviously, that's the dream of every athlete, and also a dream of a good mentor for the student to succeed. And I'm very sure he wants me to succeed more than that, and I'm going to work towards it.
I hope you don't mind Chika, right? You don't mind that, do you, Chika?
I don't mind at all. Really, not just her. I want her to go out and win a medal, a silver, maybe a gold. And in Paris, I also want more Nigerians to go in and surpass the tail, because it's not nice to be alone on the podium. So I don't really like it when people say, oh, yeah, the only Olympic medalist. It kind of points to the failure of our system to produce another medalist. So we hope that this is a good step going forward.
All right, then, Chika, just before I go back to Cecilia now, I mean, we went to the African qualifiers with about 4 or 5 athletes, and with the hopes and with the aim of securing multiple qualifications. But at the end of the day, it was just Elizabeth who managed to make it to Tokyo. What happened?
Yeah, we actually went with 4. That's sports. That tells you how difficult it has been. Don't forget that in the last Olympics, we did not even qualify at all. So the field is getting tougher and tougher, and there's a generational change in Nigeria. So the 4 you saw are actually the future of our sport. She's just 20 years old, so it means she can be here for 3 more Olympics. Ife Oluwa is just 21. So I think they fought very well. Benjamin Okomose was very unlucky not to have beat the world champion. He lost that match in the last 12 seconds. But I can guarantee Nigerians that definitely this crop of Nigerians who the average age is 20, 21, they were meeting other nations who are at their peak. They are 25, 26-year-olds. So definitely this is the future of the sport. So we're very proud of what they did. They came back with 1 slot, and we're happy, and we're going to try and make that slot count when we go to Tokyo.
Okay, talking about making it count, I mean, what level of preparations are we going to have? We know the minister came up with this Adopt an Athletes campaign and all that. Some athletes have been adopted, those have qualified for the Olympics. Has it spread up to Taekwondo? And what measures are you guys going to apply to ensure that at least you want her to win a gold or a silver at the Olympics? Of course, preparations will be key right now.
One, you have to commend the Honourable Minister for that initiative. It's a great initiative. I'm sure that Elizabeth will be hooked up to that program. You have to also know that the NOC, they also have some scholarship initiatives. We're going to push to get that sorted. And lastly, you have to know that I've walked this path 3 times before. We got here not by luck. We got here 5 years of hard work, so we kind of know where we're going, and all we need now is just the resources. This week, we're going to have a meeting with the ministry. We've basically planned out all the tournaments for the year. I was looking at her ranking yesterday. Right now, she's bottom of the list. And the strategy will just be to improve her experience, improve her exposure, improve her confidence. And certainly, just like Côte d'Ivoire, in the last Olympics, you hear of Cisse, he won a gold medal. He was just her age. Nobody knew of him. So we definitely have what it takes to get on the podium, but we're going to count on the resources, not just of the ministry, but of Nigerians to support this young lady who has a very fantastic story. So when I look at her, I look at the case of a girl child. She comes from a place that she doesn't have anything, but her talent and her hard work has taken her from point A to high up there, point B. And I think this is a very inspiring story that we can use not only to inspire Nigerians, but even as we push for her to win a medal, I think we can also use her story to inspire a lot of girl children across the country.
All right, Chika, incredible achievements indeed from Liz Anyanacho. Liz, let me come back to you, Lizbeth. You're still so young, and you're still in uni as well. Tell me, how has it been, combining school and a sport like Taekwondo, which is very, very demanding?
It's not really been easy, but for the past 2 years now, I've been managing my time very well. So I've been just taking it step by step. So but right now I'm in 300 level, and it's not going to be as easy as it was 2 years ago because it's the Olympic, and I really, really have to prepare for this. So I will have to go back to school now and then ask for a leave for just a year so that I can be able to focus, or else it's going to really affect much of my studies. So I just need the support of the Nigerians on my school to help me make this dream come true.
I think I love that story because you know how difficult it is for you to balance education and sport, especially in Nigeria where we really don't have, how do I put it, the structure to actually inculcate that. Well, you know what, we need to go on this break now. When we'll come back, we'll still be talking with Elizabeth and Chika Chukwumerije from our Abuja studio. All right, right, we still have Chika Chukwumerije and Elizabeth Anyanacho in our Abuja studio. Elizabeth, you know, we're talking about the fact that how difficult it can be for you to blend education and sport, especially in Nigeria's setting, and you also want corporations from your school and also Nigerians to actually help you achieve your dream of winning a medal at the Olympics. Now, your parents, when you told them that you were going to start, start taking lessons in Taekwondo and all that, what was their reaction? Did you get any support from them at all?
Yes, I did. I got support from them, but they had to ask me truly if I really wanted to do Taekwondo. So when I gave them my final decision, they had to support me, and they've been supportive ever since then. I have no issues.
Now, when it's discovered that you qualify for the Olympics, what was their reaction? Have you seen your parents since you came back from, your championship?
Yes, I saw them 2 days ago. They were very happy. They gave me their blessings. They told me how happy they were and how people have been calling. So they were very, very glad that I made it to the Olympics.
Happy about that. Now, Chika, this question is going to be for you. We know that some countries are actually cancelling their tournament and all that because of the coronavirus. Now, if Elizabeth wants to go ahead and win a medal, we know she wants to go for more competitions outside Nigeria, just to prepare herself. What are the plans for this?
Well, I have 3 plans. Plan 1, if the ministry and Nigerians support fully, she can compete by as early as the first week in April. The plan 2, if there are not a lot of resources, then maybe we could start in late April or May to compete. And plan 3 is if we don't get the resources. Why I speak like this is that I'm speaking from experience. I've been for 3 Olympic Games, and the ministry was very supportive, especially in my last Olympics. But I've gone through Olympic Games without any support, so I know how devastating it could be to face countries who are well supported and well equipped. So with her, it's the same thing. We've discussed this over and over again, the various scenarios. We really do hope that she gets the support that she deserves. She's going to lose a year in school. She's going to have her life disrupted by this sudden fame, if you might call it that, while she still has to focus. She's going to be meeting athletes who are very versed in this art. So she really does need that exposure, and that's basically the plan. So do we have a plan? Yes, we do have a plan. A very detailed plan, the event she has to compete in, where I want her to train to get the exposure, and how it's going to be between now and the Olympics, so that she peaks at the right time. But again, I'm very aware of how our country could be. It could be very good, or we could not get the resources. So I'm planning for all the scenarios just to make sure that she gets on the podium during the summer.
Okay, basically that's it, because it's going to be an extensive one. But you didn't. We asked the question concerning coronavirus that everyone is really afraid of it. I mean, she going out to actually compete. Have you identified some of these competitions she wants to go for, fund permitting?
Definitely. You have Austrian Opens. Actually, there was Lebanon Opens, but we're going to kind of watch also the coronavirus threats. The World Taekwondo has a lot of events, and you can see that the pandemic is quite widespread. So this is something that we also have to factor in on where we're going to visit. But there are competitions, and the plan is basically to expose her to competition on various continents, because the way they compete in Asia is a bit different from the way they fight in Europe. But she's going to meet all these people, and we want her to get a feel of the various styles across the continent. But we also have to put health first. There's no need to endanger her life or the life of the crew. So we're going to watch carefully the development of the coronavirus. We're carefully following the WHO website. We're carefully following what the health ministry is releasing and what the World Taekwondo is releasing, to just make sure that we don't get caught out unawares. The alternative, which I've thought about, is also the national team here. She's quite stronger than many of the females, but to use the male team to kind of toughen her up. So even if, because of the coronavirus, our travel is going to be delayed maybe by 2 months at the most, then we can use the male national team to give her a lot of practice experience before she can really travel out to start getting the international experience against the females in our weight categories.
Absolutely, I love that. It simply means all plans are definitely on ground for her to succeed. I want to thank you so much for finding time to join us this morning. And also, Elizabeth, all the best for your preparations for our Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Hopefully, mentally and socially, everything, and you're ready to go, right?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Yeah, she's ready.
Oh, incredible.
Ready
I'm
to go.
just seeing, training shots
Yeah,
of her, and I'm like seeing all the moves, and I'm like,
that she's making.
and she looks so unassuming, and
Absolutely.
you don't want to test that though.
That's why she's an Olympian. Yeah, she's ready. She's qualified for it, and hopefully
You don't
it will
want to
be
test
shifted.
her. Oh my goodness.
What?